If you 3D print, there's going to come a time that you're going to want to put text onto an object. So in this video, we're going to be looking at how text works within Blender, how we can change that into a mesh, and then add or subtract it to an object. We're also going to look at some more advanced features like how to wrap text around curves to be able to put text onto curved objects. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and hit Shift A and then add text. With this selected, tap into edit mode and you can edit it just as you would edit any normal text. Type in the message you want, and then we can go ahead and tab out of this, scale it with S, rotate with R, and basically just move it. Then down here, there's new options for the text. So let's go ahead and look at some of these. So in geometry, you can see offset will make it big or skinny like that. I like to keep it as 0. Extrude will give it some depth, which I really need as I'm cutting into a shape. You can add a bevel right here to kind of give it a softer look. I don't want it to be beveled because I'm just going to cut it in with simple geometry. You can go down to alignment and you can do center, left, right, just like you would with any other text. You can see that there's also font right here. Click the folder and then you can select any font that you want. With all of that, this still is not actually a mesh. If I tab in, we can see that I can still edit this as if it's text. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to change this into a mesh. So do a search functionality and type in convert and find convert to mesh. Now as I tab in, you can see that this is actually a mesh. And just like any mesh, we can now take this and put a boolean operator to cut this into different objects or to add it to different objects. Here we are inside of Blender, and you can see that I've already made this plaque. Let's go ahead and center this text on the plaque by just moving it with G. And then as we look at the side here, we can see it's way too deep. So I'm going to scale that along the Z axis, so SZ, and get it a little bit thinner, and then move it so it's half in, half out like that. Now I can go ahead and select the plaque, go to the wrench, add modifier, generate boolean, and with the eyedropper, click the text. Now if I hide the text, you can see that it cuts in really well. Now if I want to add the text, I could go to union instead, and you can see that it actually takes a little bit of time, but you'll get the text coming out like that. Now as cool as that is, we're going to take it up a notch, and we're going to actually bend this text along a curve. Let's go back to Blender. So now inside of Blender, hit Shift A, add Curve Bezier, tab into edit mode, and we can edit this any way we want. Because this is just a quick video, I'm not going to make it look super fancy, just something simple like this. And maybe select that and twist that just a little bit so I kind of get that. Select the text, go to Add Modifier, Deform, Curve. Now with the eyedropper, select the curve. You can see it kind of follows the path, but not really. There's a nuanced way to fix this, but how I do it is I just select the curve and I just move it until it's kind of like the way that I want to look. There's some more sophisticated ways to fix it, but this is the fastest, easiest way, and so I usually always do that. Now, let's go ahead and apply that. Bring this and center it onto our plaque, but you'll notice that our plaque's going really slow, so let's go ahead and hide the Boolean modifier on the plaque, and now you can see that I can actually center this much quicker to where I want it to be. Go ahead and just move that until it looks right to you, and now I can go ahead and select the plaque again and re-enable that modifier, and hide the text, and you can see that it's cutting in. If you want it coming out, you can just go to the modifier and select Union, and then it'll come out instead, and that's looking really good. And now that we understand the basics of text, let's take this up a notch and actually move the text so it goes around a circle so that we can put it on a cylinder. So now that we're inside Blender, I have a text I want to go around a ring. So what I need to do first is go down to the text options, and let's extrude this just a little bit so that we can cut into the ring. Now the next thing I want to do is change a font so it looks more appropriate. So go down to the fonts, folders, and select the font you want. Now this is looking much better. Let's get a circle that this can go around. So hit Shift A, add curve, circle, and scale that up. Now with the text, let's convert this to a mesh by going to the search functionality, typing in convert, and then doing convert to mesh. And now go to the wrench, add modifier, deform curve, eyedrop the circle, and now you can see that the text actually goes around the circle, but it's facing upward, so I want to disable that. And let's rotate this so it's kind of facing the direction we want. So I hit R, X, and then just typed in 90. And now if I re-enable that curve modifier, you can see that it is going around, but it's kind of backwards because it's reading from the inside out, not the outside in. So what I can do is I can go ahead and disable that again, and I'm going to want to flip it this direction. So tap into edit mode, select everything, hit S to scale, and then X to constrain, and then type in -1, and I'll flip everything like that. Now if I re-enable the modifier, you can see that it is actually working the correct way. So let's go ahead and select that, hit S to scale that, and kind of make it as big as I want, just like that. Now as I look at this, you'll start to notice some weird artifacts. And that's because it's taking a mesh that has some geometry that looks like this, and it's trying to curve it. And so it's kind of stretching and pinching different vertices. So how we're going to fix this is by adding more geometry so that the lack of geometry isn't making those pinch points. We do this by using the remesh modifier. Let's go ahead and go back into Blender and do that right now. Inside of Blender, let's go add modifier, generate, remesh, and you can see it remesh the text, but it looks ugly. So go to sharp and then click this right here because it will remove the discontinuities, allowing every letter to be shown. Increase the octree options, but be careful because if you go too high, it's going to slow down your rig and maybe even crash Blender. You can also change the scale. The lower it gets, the less resolution. The higher it gets, the more. So if, for example, I put 0.1, there's almost no resolution. 0.99 is a lot of resolution. Let's go ahead and keep increasing this octree, but you can see that there's these weird artifacts. If we go to the smooth option, we can actually see what's going on a little bit better. So increase that octree one more time, and you can see that there's still pinching going on. That means the remesh is in the wrong order, so put that in front of the curve modifier. And now it's going to remesh first, and then do the curve modifier second. Go back to sharp. You can see this looks nearly perfect. Increase the octree by just 1, and it is perfect now. As I look at this, there's only one other thing that's kind of weird looking. You see this crease right here. Select the curve, the circle, and then go down to the curve options right there. You can see that there's resolution of 12, meaning that it's 12 sections just like this. So if I increase this resolution, let's say to 32, you can see that it's more smoothly going around in a circle instead of in like 12 increments. And now this actually looks really good. Now that this is remeshed, the only problem is it's really high poly. So if I use a boolean, it's going to take a really long time to try and cut into an object. So we're going to fix this by putting a decimate modifier below the remesh. So we remesh to increase the polygon count, and then once it's smooth, we're going to decimate it to lower the polygon count. Let's go back into Blender and do that now. Now that we're in Blender, select the text, go to add modifier, generate, decimate, and this will decimate or reduce the number of vertices. So if I change this to 0.5, that means it's going to be 50% the number of vertices. And as I look at this, it still looks smooth and good, so no worries there. Let's change it to 0.2, and you can still see that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and apply all these, and it's going to take a little bit of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump forward, and we're going to see what it looks like right here. You can see this is very low poly, and it should be able to do Boolean quite quickly. So I'm going to also time-lapse the creation of the one ring, because this video is already getting pretty long, but what we're going to do is we're going to try to center this text and add a Boolean modifier onto the one ring. So with it selected, go add modifier, generate Boolean, select the eyedrop, select the text, and then let's go ahead and hide the text, and you can see that it's cutting into it really smooth. Now, if I try and move this, you can see that it goes pretty slow, so I need to disable this if I want to move the ring up and down, and then re-enable that, and then it looks really good. I know what you're saying, the text is supposed to be in the inside, but that's okay, this is just demonstration purposes. But now you have text going around a curved object. And we're done. We now know how to use text with inside of Blender, and the possibilities with this are literally limitless, so I look forward to seeing what kind of creative things you make.